It's Week 4 of the 2026 season, and the spotlight falls on Bryce Hall, who played his part to perfection last week with 3 interceptions. It's the Barons and the Chiefs, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Brooklyn Barons. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Fields in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He finds Corey Davis, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Carter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down, give him 25 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And he stopped immediately there. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. DJ Wonnum got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. On first down, Mahomes, and that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing now is Mahomes. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Down to about the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He will find Davis. That's complete.
Wilson's pass complete to Corey Davis. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Carter a week ago. 21 carries, 115 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
That's a gain of 6.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
A 58-yard attempt.
tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. A handoff for Carter. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will make it 6-0. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs ready to go again. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarez. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st down, Chiefs.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now here's Mahomes. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 6-0 our score after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Five yards remain on 2nd down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
Flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away. This ball caught by Mechie. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, Haynes. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break. adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
The evidence was right there.
This is Shepard on the catch.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Caught. Kelsey, left side.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch by the way, 10.99 for his career. From 900.
Sounds like an IRS catch, doesn't it?
I was thinking the same thing. 10.99. I'm just thinking I should be doing my taxes.
Exactly. Got to turn it in. He's accumulating those kind of numbers, isn't he?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Baron Browning leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
To be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. KC's offense ready to take over.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarez.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So Iceman's will go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes completes it to Dixon.
Mahomes pass. Complete to number 85.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
8 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over first.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Dixon complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up in Nashville, Buffalo in town to take on Tennessee. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the 2nd quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Christian Watson, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Tyreek Hill, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, on the other side, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way he try and get his confidence back up.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
They find some open field here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
To try again after the sack, Wilson.
They'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. The 30, 10, and touchdown.
Garrett Wilson,
his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
they'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
He gets this one to Mechie.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Carter straight ahead, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground with Carter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On 3rd down, Wilson. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes alluding to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it garner a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Play action. It's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8. And the Chiefs.
Wilson will throw again. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
Another run on second down with Carter. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
a 32-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now on first down.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Dixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Alvarez.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Butker's kick here is good, and that gets him back within 10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Another tote for Carter.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. D.J. Waddle able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Dixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes.
This ball caught by Mechie. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Down at the 25.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
A give up the middle to Carter.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play. And they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mahomes now on 1st down. Completes it to Dixon.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Dixon.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, they stop him behind the line. That is read well for a 2nd straight play defensively. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th-quarter deficit. Now Carter to start the drive.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Carter once more.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
They'll take over.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Running left on the handoff, Carter.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Here's a give to Carter.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Logan Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Oh, he shifts past him.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 23-20, under a minute 20 to go. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Mahomes.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Alvarez.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Mahomes will throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Alvarez.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Here's Mahomes.
And that's complete to Shepard. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
So now the story changes. Trailing by 4, 26 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Now Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Now Wilson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Wilson to throw. He's got a man, complete. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.